Om Namah Shivaya Gurave Satchidanandamurtaye Nisprapanchaya Santaya Niralambaya Tejase Sankaram Sankaracharyam Kesavam Vadarayanam Sutravasakritam Vande Bhagavanto Panapanaha Isara Gururapeti Murti Bheda Vibhagine Vyamavata Vyapta Dehaya Sridachinamurtaye Namaha Sridachinamurtaye Namaha Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. So today, after a long time, I'm going to taking class today. So today we are going to study Shiva Sutra, Shiva Sutras, and we are going to study the second chapter, right?
Yes.
So first chapter already completed today, and now we are going to study the second chapter of the Shiva Sutras. Saivagama. So Shiva Sutras, we have been studying the first chapter Shiva Sutra. The first sutra is the Chaitanya Vatma. Chaitanya Vatma. And here sutra number 1 is the second chapter. This is Chitam Mantraha. What to say? Chitam Mantraha. Chitam Mantraha. It's very interesting that Idani Saktopaya Pradarsyati Tantra Sakti Mantra Virya Svarupanyiti Prathamo Envesana Tasu Sutitra Tat Swarupa Vivechana Puraha Sharamam Nisantara Mara Ramanu Mantra Swarupam Lavata Nirupaya. We have to understand what is the meaning of this Sanskrit. Say now, Saktopaya is being described. Saktopaya. So they are explaining as per the Saivism, as per the Saktaism also. In the last sutra of the first section, it was pointed out that Sakti signifies the expansion of the potence of a mantra. Very interesting that Idani Saktopaya Pradarsyate Tantra Sakti Mantra Virya. So it's very interesting that how one can actually awaken the Sakti. So they see that it will point out that Sakti signifies the expansion of the potency of the mantra. The second section starting with an examination of the mantra, first assertions its essential characteristics. So therefore they say Chitam Mantraha. So Chitta means the consciousness. So and mantra. Mantra, we understand the definition of mantra means man. The mantra coming from root word called man. Mantra means to control the mind, or mantra means who and free from all kind of sufferings from the mind. So mantra is helping in order to reduce all kind of miseries as well, or the sufferings. Like we study Tantra. Tantra means Trayatati Tantra. Tantra means where a person can free from all kind of miseries, and that is Tantra. And once you are free from the all kind of miseries, so naturally you can have the experience of the consciousness in order to understand the higher consciousness. So Chitam in this context means that by which the highest reality is recognized. Mantra means a formula consisting of a word or a set of words addressed to the deities. In this context, mantra means that mental awareness by which one feels one's identity with the highest reality enshrined in a mantra and thus saves oneself from sense of separateness and difference. By intensive awareness of the one's identity with the highest reality is enshrined in a mantra and thus becoming identical with that reality, the mind itself becomes mantra. So we have to understand clearly how mantra is the mind. They say in reality the mind itself become mantra. So mantra itself helping for the control the mind, but mind itself the mantra as well. Once you develop the concentration, and because mantra is help you to develop concentration of the mind. If the mind itself the concentrate, then naturally mind itself the mantra. And what is the aim of a mantra? What is the aim of a control the mind is concentration of the mind in order to understand the higher consciousness, the highest reality. So Chitam in this context means, so through mantra one can reach the higher consciousness. So that's why they say Chitam mantra, and these sutras are taught by Lord Shiva itself, not as a human being. Saivagam is the all sutras are taught by Lord Shiva. So you must be clear that Saivagam taught by Lord Shiva, and second chapter also and taught by Lord Shiva. It's called science of revelation, science of reveal. It's not science of intuition, not science of intellect, or science of senses, or science of the matter. It is the science of revelations, which is beyond mind, matter, and phenomena, which is known as the third dimensional consciousness. So these sutras are the science of enlightenment. Sutras are not merely written by the common human beings, right? This is not even Shastra. Shastra still is the intuition, also revelation, but is more say like Vedic science. This science not enough for the enlightenment. The science not enough for the freedom. You can't have the Atma Jnana or the Brahma Jnana. Not possible to free from the samsara. So all kind of science of Vedas. Even all kind of science of tantras, like the Saktopaya, Mother Parvati. You have very studied Vijnanavar Tantra. It was also taught by Lord Shiva to Mother Parvati. Vijnana Bhairava Tantra. V means special. Jnana means knowledge. A special knowledge, special wisdom taught by Lord Shiva to his beloved disciple, consort, partner, wife, and Mother Parvati, the woman. So, what I mean here, Mother Parvati has been studying all kind of tantras, but she was unable to free from all kind of sufferings, and she was so Atmananda, try your best to let in to Sital. Sital try to communicate. She already here. It's okay. No problem. So Then when it says Chitam mantra, it means here, so Mother Parvati study all kind of science of Tantra, but does not help her in order to final enlightenment. So, end of the day, the Saktopaya means the mantras. So what I like to clarify here, one side see that through the mantras we can reach the highest goal of the consciousness or the higher reality. But same time, as for the Saktopaya, that is not enough for the higher enlightenment. What that mean? Right? Here Lord Shiva say that through the mantras you can reach the higher consciousness. But if you study in Vijnana Tantra, there's a certain extent through mantras you can only awaken the kundalini, but you are not going to find the higher enlightenments. Am I clear that? So mantras are helping for the concentration of the mind, but it does not help for the higher consciousness to realize or to communicate with the higher consciousness. So, and later we'll clarify more better. Chitam mantra. Like certain Shastras also say that one cannot realize the higher consciousness through the mind, right? So you have to go beyond mind matter phenomena. But mantras are only helping to concentration of the mind. But here see that through mantra is possible, and you can reach the higher reality. So we have to understand clearly how mantra can help in order to understand the higher reality. Actually, through mantras, we can transmit our mind. Through mantras, we can develop a concentration of the mind. And ultimately, we can enter into samadhi, the first step of the samadhi. But after that, you don't need to chanting any mantras. For example, you chant mantras is help for a concentration of mind certain extent. And once you develop concentration dharana, then no more. Once you develop the state of the consciousness of dharana, then you enter naturally to meditation, dhyana, and then samadhi. So there are no need mantras. So in this context, through mantras we can't actually reach the higher goal of the consciousness. But yes, through mantras we can develop the concentration of mind, the dharana. So we have to understand like this. It means ultimately through mantras we can reach the higher consciousness. Am I clear that? Am I clear that, Atmananda here? I try to close my eyes to meditate like Lord Shiva. So I have to understand how I can put the words into English and to make your understanding properly. That is my understandings. If I get more information, then I'll deliver my experience later. Because what I do in Panchagini also, you see in Panchagini, and in the fire ceremony, 5 fires, Lord Sun and around me 4 fires. I use also mantras, and through mantras, what are helping me? It is my own experience. It's nothing intellectual, nothing by Shastras, but as per the Guru's instructions. Because many Gurus they have been experience, and that's what I try to experiment in the Panchagini sadhanas. And when I chant mantra, it does help me. And my mind is naturally translated into transcendental consciousness. And during this practice, Panchagini, I was realized I can't actually chanting any more mantras. Not possible. Because my physical body does not allow, or my gross mind does not allow me to chant mantras. Not possible. There are certain consciousness developed, then I enter into subtle bodies or the astral bodies, and I naturally go to the samadhi or can we say dhyana. So I don't need any more concentration in mind. When I'm chanting mantras, the mala is fall down. Naturally, I was aware. I mean, I'm aware, not I'm unconscious. But at the same time, I don't feel to leave the body. And when you leave the body, you can feel like shaking the body, like flow the currents, like electricity or magnet field you can be created. And each and individual yogis, they can long time. And you have to trust also. You have to have attitude, you have to have bhava. So I used to have special mantras preaching dedicated to the Lord Shiva and Mother, the divine, the Parasakti, the Adisakti. Adisakti. So when you dedicate and because you dedicate means something you are going to unknown. So you are jumping into darkness. Spiritual life is all about to jump into darkness, to unknown consciousness. So that you have to be clear. And when to sadhana, you must be clear always. Don't expect. Your sankalpa has to be no expectations. No expectations at all. So you can do everything in your life in samsara. Let you expect. You put 10 rupees, you can get 5 rupees. You investment 10 euros, you can get 11 euros. It's fine. But as per the spiritual science, spiritual sadhana, you can't have any business mathematics. So therefore, you have to be very clear. So when you do any kind of spiritual practice, the spiritual sadhana, you should not expect anything. That is for survival. And we expect you have plans and you have a concept, you have a concentration that what I speak today, few minutes in my lecture data, and you have few students, guest students today. So in material world, you have the expectations, but in spiritual world, you should not have any expectations. And otherwise, you are suffering in the samsara. And spiritual world also you are going to suffer if there is any expectation. So therefore, Lord Shiva tried to reveal Chitam Mantraha. So I am very clear that through mantras, and one can transcend the mind into transcendental consciousness, and no doubts. I personally have no doubts. If I have doubts, we can experiment. But however, the mantras are given by the gurus to you, and you must repeat that mantras. And sometimes you make the, how say, Kurashana. Or some days you practice like Saturday, Sunday, sit down 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours, 5 hours. Whenever you have time in your busy life of the samsara. So it is great help. Great help. And that is also ultimate goal of the mantras. So mantra when chant, when you translate your mind, naturally your consciousness unity with the higher consciousness. And like there was a great master, great guru. I forgot his name. No, not forgot. The Valmiki Rishi. So Valmiki Rishi, he was before a gang leader. He was a dacoit, Pandit. So Valmiki was gang leader, Pandit. So Pandit, and he used to, so the Valmiki Rishi, he used to meditate. And after getting his mantras, actually, from his guru, he was Pandit and a gang leader. And so what happened? One day, I mean, he must have the good karma in the past life, no doubts. Then he met the guru and he get mantra, Ram. But he was unable to chant Ram, Ram. He chanted Mara, Mara. Mara means death, because he can see only death. He used to killing so many people. He used to killing so many people. So he was unable to chant Lord Rama, like Ram, Ram, Ram. He was unable to chant. He can't pronounce. Like when we say Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. As a European, you say Om Shanti Shanti. That means you don't pronounce properly because you need to put the tongue proper palate. Like Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Because you are not peaceful yourself. How can chant Shanti? If I always think about nuclear technology, putting the bomb, nuclear and gone all the time. So there no Shanti. So how can Shanti, Shanti, Shanti? So you say like this, Shanti, Shanti, when you are angry. I know in Europe, when sometimes people are angry, they close that door, they put the children in the room, say Shanti, Shanti, like this. That is, you are not peaceful yourself. How can you be Shanti? So when I chant mantras in my class, always I chant Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. No matter. But sometimes people think I am very much restless, but I am very much dynamic. But when I chant mantra, I am very peaceful myself. You have to feel that vibration of the mantras. That is very, very important. In my class, sometimes mostly I have European students, Indian students less. So they always chant very fast. Then I understand. So they have no peace within themselves. So I remind them. So therefore, it's very important how we think that we will be. So Chitta mantra means here again we have to come to topic. So mantra itself. So the topic was Valmiki Rishi. I forgot the topic. Yeah, Valmiki Rishi. He was unable to chant and Ram. Then he was chanting Mara, Mara, Mara means death, death, death. So then finally, however, when say Mara, 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 after that, and he was able to chant Ram because Ma, Ram, Mara, Rama. So he was just chanting that. When say Mara, 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 then naturally chant Ram, 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 Ram. So in chant Ram, so what happening? And he entered into Samadhi also. And he entered into such a Samadhi, he was unable to chant mantra anymore. And he entered into Samadhi, the whole body was the Balu. Balu means the sand. Whole body was his whole around the body was the sand. Then it's called Valmiki Rishi. A person who is covered by the sands. So normally, and so Valmiki Rishi. So what I mean, so mantra and can help you in order to transcend your consciousness from gross to subtle, subtle to astral, astral to causal, then transcendental consciousness. So mantra itself and directly not help, but indirectly can help to realize and inner and higher the consciousness or the absolute consciousness. Am I clear that now? So that is all about Chitta mantra. So Chitta is that which it ponders over the highest reality. In other words, it is consciousness that ponders over prasada and pranava and other mantras which constitute the essential. Actually, when say Chitta mantra, here the comments they say that is called pranava mantra Om. So Chitta mantra. So by mantra Om, one can realize the higher consciousness. So this is the reveal. They say pranava. So pranava. Pranava is the mantra Om. So through mantra Om, and one can understand the higher reality or the higher consciousness. So Chitta here translate as higher reality, but Chitta actually meaning the according to Patanjali Yoga Sutras, when you study yoga, Chitta, Vritti, Nirodha, it means by developing awareness of the breathing and accepting as it is called yoga. So Chittas are divisible. You say Britaya, Panchatraya, Klishta, Klishta. Chitta Britis. So Briti have the 5 Britis. And once you understand 5 Britis, naturally you understand the Chitta. So Chitta means the higher the consciousness. So here the higher consciousness. And when you chanting the mantra Om, so naturally you are going to experience the higher reality or the higher consciousness. It means mantra Om Among the all mantras, mantra Om is directly helping you in order to achieve, in order to attain that the supreme consciousness or the transcendental consciousness. So therefore, the sannyasin, the monks, normally they get initiation mantra Om from their gurus. Mantra Om, generally the gurus are not initiated the common people, and to sannyasins, to the household samsara people. Generally, they initiate to the only sannyasins, those who are going to accepting the monkhood, because the people who chanting mantras. So then, and another word, Chitta is that which ponders over the highest reality. This is the commentary. In other words, it is consciousness that ponders over the prasada, pranava, and other mantras which constitute the essential characteristics of the perfect eye consciousness. That by which one deliberates secretly, ponders is inwardly as being non-different from the highest Lord is mantra. Thus, that Chitta itself, Tadeva is mantra. The etymological interpretations of mantra points to its characteristics of manana, that is pondering over the highest light of the eye consciousness, on the other characteristics of the trana, protection by terminating the transmigratory existence full of difference. So they try to explain how the mantra is the works. So, and then another way, the mind of the devotee is intent on intensely awareness of the deity inherent in the mantra, acquires identity with the deity, and thus becomes that mantra itself. It is this mind itself which is mantra, not mere conglomeration of various letters. I'll say conglomeration, but I don't understand this word. You know this word? So conglomeration, the word. It is the mind itself which, not a mere conglomeration. Just I get one word to get meanings.
Mixture.
Conglomeration.
Coming together.
Conglomeration means mixture. Okay, right. Thank you. Thank you, dear. Okay, so it is the mind itself which is mantra, not a merely conglomeration of the various letters. Conglomerations, right? And it has been rightly said, Sarva Jnanatara. Those are not really mantra, which are only a matter of enunciation, elated with the pride of the false knowledge. Even Devas and Gandharvas are deluded in this matter. So, we have to go to final understanding of this sutras. This chitta in this context is not used in the usual sense of mind, but in the sense of aspiring mind aspiring for communion with the supreme eye consciousness of Shiva. So here chitta reads as the eye consciousness and the supreme consciousness as a Shiva consciousness. Then, and we have to understand also how is short definition, how we can understand this sutra. So when we say chittam mantra, it means through the mantra Om, one can reach, one can attain the consciousness of Shiva. So that we have to be clear in this mantras. Chittam mantra. So that we have to take in these meanings. The pranava is the mystic sacred syllable according to Saivagama, there are 4 kinds of pranava. Saiva pranava, then Sakta pranava, then Maya pranava, and Vedic pranava. And Om is pranava refers in this sutra is called Saiva pranava. They're very interesting that. So there is a lot of secrets meaning of pranava. Huh? I never even heard there is 4th pranava. Atmanan. Okay, so there is 4 kind of pranava. So pranava is the mystic sacred syllable. Pranava means mantra Om. So this is that according to the available today, the 4 kind of pranava. You ever heard about it? Saivagam. According to Saiva, there is 4 kind of pranava. So one is Saiva pranava, that is the which is Sakta pranava, which is called clean. Maya pranava, which is called green. Then Vedic pranava is called Om. Very interesting. So therefore, a lot of things are. So these are the ones like clean, cool, clean, green. These are all our tantric mantras. Lot of power inside. So sometimes we the tantric concept when we study science of tantra, these are these mantras. They use these words for to get more power. So next, like Aim, Reem, Clean. Like I give one example, and recently I got very good information. We say Navarna mantra, and may you get this information. We say chanting sometimes in our Durga Saptasara Chandi mantra. We say Om, Aim, Reem, Kleem, Chamunda Viche. But when you put the Om, and there is the, it's called 10 mantras coming. Om, Aim, Reem, Kleem, Cha, Mu, Da, E, B, Che. This is the 10th mantra comes. You see, Atmanan. So I asked Guruji, in Navarna mantra, Nava means 9 letters. But when it's Om, Aim, Reem, Kleem, Cha, Mu, Da, E, B, Che. Is the 10th mantra coming. So Om is supposed to not inform. So sometimes when go higher advance of Tantra, they will chant Aim, Reem, Kleem, Chamunda, Viche, not even Om. But anyway, so that what I have been recently got the information from our Sri Vidya Guruji. But anyway, you see that is okay. We chant Om. If somebody say one can chant Om Namaha, sometimes people chant like Om, Aim, Reem, Kleem, Chamunda, Viche, Kurukuru, Swaha. People sometimes chant Om, Aim, Reem, Kleem, Chamunda, Viche, Namaha. But anyway, you have to get the proper guidance from the master, from the guru, which mantra is correct for you. So all mantras, one has to consider and get guidance from the gurus. One should not chant mantras by itself. Am I clear that to everyone who is in this platform? The science of Tantra is very, very important to have the guru. And without guru, without master, one should not chant mantras. It can also not only translate to transcendental consciousness, but it can translate to the hell. You never get out. Like the asuras, like the demons. So mantras can drive all the way to transcendental consciousness, to the Shiva consciousness, but at the same time, mantra also can lead to the hell without guidance of the gurus. So you must be clear. You have to have guru to have any mantras you chant. So please do that. In case you don't have the guru, you must get the guru and get the guidance. That is my personal request to all of you, being myself as a disciple of some gurus. So anyway, so pranava is the best, because when you're getting mantras from the gurus, from masters, what are happening? You are always protected by the higher gurus, higher masters who live in the subtle and astral levels. They also guide you. So therefore, and but anyway, nowadays everybody looking the internet and digital YouTube, and they select the mantras. They looking this mantra is good for this good mantra for this, and they chant it and they repeat it. It's fine, but you can and take a responsibility of yourself. Hmm? Anyhow, there are called 4 pranavas, whom as per the Shiva, not as per the Vedic science. As per Vedic science, only Om is the Pranav mantra. And according to the Shiva, and that is 4: Hum, Klim, Hrim, and Om. So Pranava refers to in this sutra is the Shiva Pranava mantra. This word is the formed from the root mana. Traya, mana means to ponder over and to ruminate mentally, and the Traya means to protect. So it means mantra is help to control the mind or protect the mind from the evil things, from the bad things. So mantra help you in order to concentrate the mind and purify the mind. But somehow you have to get this mantra from the gurus. That's the question. So they say manata trayate iti mantra. Mantra is that which is by pondering over the supreme I consciousness protects or saves one from the transmigratory existence. The manate trayate iti mantra. Again, once again, I repeat. So mantra is that which is pondering over the supreme I consciousness, protects or saves one from the transmigratory existence. So Shakti, Rahavaya or imperceptible Shakti is the Shakti of supreme I consciousness. The meaning is that performer of the mantra should identify himself with the deity invoked in the mantra if it is to succeed. So end of the day, we have to understand through mantra Om, so we can reach the transcendental consciousness. Not only that, through mantra Om, only clean, cream, whom. I remember when I studied transcendental meditation, there is a mantra. They give only one big mantra, only one mantra, like Aim or clean. You can chant only clean, clean, clean. Aim, rim, rim, rim. Whom. You can chant only one mantra also. That also can help you in order to enter into transcendental consciousness. Like you chant Om, 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 Om. So it's very interesting that the 4 kind of pranavas. Anyway, I'm very far from the Shastra. Still, I need to more study the Shastras. So in case you have time, so please read. But same time, it's good to have this knowledge. Time to time, when you have time, go to the gurus, go to master, and discuss with them. Discuss with them. Then sutra number 2. So we are going to sutra number 2. In Shiva Sutra, sutra number 2, they say that prayatna sadhakaha. Prayatna sadhakam. So prayatna sadhakaha. So what is called prayatna? Prayatna means efforts. And sadhakaha. Sadhaka means a person and who do sadhana. But they say that prayatna sadhaka or the spontaneous close application in firmly taking hold of the initial emergence of the desire for the quest of the spirit of the mantra. It is this close application which becomes effective in fulfillment, in bringing about the identity of the contemplators of the mantra with the deity inherent in it. The same point has been made out in the following verses in Tantra Sabda Bhasha. So Prayatna Sadhaka. So, but we have to more clarify. But Prayatna actually means to make efforts also to try. Sadhaka, a person, and a person who meditates, or a person who seek for the higher enlightenments. But then again, the small translation, they say that jealous and spontaneous close application is effective in fulfillment. Then we have to go to further to study to more clarify this. They say Atmananda, you can also read if you have this book, then you can go to the last verses, page number 8. They say appearance in the mind of the contemplators means the seeker, who actually a meditator, is sadhaka of the deity contemplate. This in the mind of the contemplator of the deity contemplated on means that the aspirant realize the identity with the nature of the deity, contemplate on its mantra with intense desire and with mind free of thought construct. It's very interesting that they say that prayatna sadhaka, but very beginning what they say, chitta mantra, but always we have to understand each mantra, there is not particular meanings, but we have to always go to back to the mantras, right? The sutras. When say chitam mantra means to mantra, and one can experience the Shiva consciousness. That mantra is what? That mantra is Om or the Pranava, or it may that mantra could be clean, that mantra could be Hum, that mantra could be Hrim, but is sadhaka, when they chanting mantra, when they repeating mantra, when they contemplate mantra, they have to have the vision, they have to attitude towards the deities, right? Towards the contemplation, towards the deities means towards the Shakti, and towards the Shakti. That is very important. For example, you chant mantra Om Dum Durgaya Namaha. So you must meditate on Mother Durga. For example, you say Om Namah Shivaya, you must meditate on Lord Shiva. So similarly, sadhaka, a practitioner, a practitioner or a contemplator has to attitude towards the deities. Naturally, through chanting mantras, and one can transcend the mind, there will be no thoughts. There are no thoughts. You can have thought to thoughtless transformations. So by chanting mantra, so one can translate all the thoughts. It means translate the gross mind, translate the subtle or the astral or the causal mind in order to attain the higher consciousness. So mantras are very, very important. Because when you live the life of samsara, life of samsara, life of stress and strain, sometimes you have no time to practice yoga, asanas, 2 hours or 3 hours, and sometimes no time for practice pranayama, no time for meditations, no time for nothing, but at least, and you can repeat the mantras, at least you can repeat mantras when you work in the office, right? And when when maybe plowing in the apples from the trees, when you're running, when you're eating, and when you're sleeping, when you bicycle, when you drive, so still you can continue your mantras. So that mantra ultimately is the help you to transcend your consciousness to the higher consciousness. So that is the best way, and do your sadhana. Am I clear that? So anyone have any questions before I'm leaving this topic today? So next time, so I'm going to speak a little bit elaborately about this thing and the second sutras.
So when your guru already has given you mantra, but it's not of the Om Rim Klim Hum, then should you bother to get those mantra additionally or be satisfied with the mantra the Guru has given to you already? Niranjan.
Actually, all mantras I don't get from my Guru Swami Niranjan. I got some mantras from different masters also as well.
So you can have more mantras.
Yes, you can have more mantras.
Then you have,
For example, if you get your mantra and Ishta mantra from your Guru, that is not enough. You don't understand this or does not help. Sometimes people go to also studying tantric mantras as well. So it depends on you. If you only like a Valmiki Rishi chant Mara 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 Ram Ram Ram, he enter in Samadhi. You don't need other mantras. Not Tantra mantra, anything. He did not need nothing. He don't went to Guru to study all Shastras, right? He don't study all yoga, Hatha yoga, Tantra yoga, mantra yoga, no yogas. So for him it was enough. Only mantra Ram. He entered into Samadhi and becoming enlightenment. And with the writer of the Ramayana, right? So similarly, so if you need it and then ask some gurus and masters, they will initiate different mantras if you wish it. But depends what you wish. But our main aim, as per the Shiva Sutras, the Shiva Sutras, we chant mantra in order to unite with Lord Shiva. That's all. Am I clear that?
yes, thank you.
So we chant Om and reach to the Lord Shiva. We chant Om, for example, and get the knowledge of wisdom of Shakti the Saraswati. Or if you chant mantra clean and you enter to kingdom of Mother, for example, you chant him, maybe you go to kingdom of Mother Durga. So depends. Om Dum Durgaya Namaha. So you can enter the kingdom of Mother Durga or unite with the consciousness of Mother Durga. So there is a lot of things that are informations. But anyway, the Guru will decide for you which mantra is good for you and what is your goal in order to achieve. Am I clear? Sometimes you want to go to America, you buy the ticket to Pakistan. So but you reach the Pakistan, not the America. Maybe your goal to reach America, but you got the ticket to go to Pakistan. So you will boarding to the Pakistan, not to the Afghanistan, not to the America as well. Similarly, so what is your aim and what kind of mantra you chant to reach a goal or not, right? So you have to get the all kinds of informations, right?
Yes, thank you.
So I don't get all mantras from the Guruji, from Niranjanaji. I don't get all mantras. So therefore, I have the Sri Vidya Gurus who give me the and another secrets, a lot of sadhana of the Sri Vidyas as well. So depends. So now anyone else? Any question? Vidyanand?
Swamiji, namaste.
Namaste ji.
Jai Gurudev. Hari Om. Om Namah Shiva.
Jai Gurudev.
Swamiji, I understand mantra is needed for make your mind more calm. That most important.
Yes.
And after, yes, and after we can awaken different center, but it's a little bit dangerous. Need first to calm your mind, and after go a little bit forward to open a different siddhi.
Yes.
Yes, Maitri, Karuna, Mudita, Kapicha, it's Patanjali Sutra. Yes,
Anyway,
and
you understand everything. That is good.
Guru, it's most important in our sadhana, in our practice, because Guru, he knows better what needed. He is most higher knowledge what we have. It's a blessing for God. A Guru protect us. And first we have to believe, and the Guru decide which mantra we have to practice. Jai Gurudev.
Jai Gurudev. Anyone have any questions? Sital, are you here now?
Hari Om Guruji, yes, I'm here.
So, do you have any questions?
No, Guruji, I don't have any question. Thank you.
That is good. Okay, so who else here? I can't see their photos anyway. Mahadev,
Swamiji, Om.
Om.
I'm just listening, absorbing all the information that you gave us today. It's very, very enlightening. Thank you.
Okay. So Purnima,
Hari Om Guruji. Hari Om Guruji, no questions. Thank you, Guruji.
okay. Nagesh,
Hari Om Guruji.
ah,
Thank you for this lecture. No questions. Clear. Thank you again. Hari Om.
okay, all right. And who is the iPhone here? I don't know. Is Kapil here or who is here?
It's Julie.
Julie. So Julie, have any questions?
I do not, but thank you.
What is your time in America now?
10:30 in the morning.
Ah, that is very good. You got up early morning to have the lectures, and we are going to sleep, and you need to work for us now. So when India sleep, America work for Indians. When America sleep, we Indians are working for Americans. That is very nice. So it's nice you taking care of each other, right? Okay.
What?
So now we shall pray for the world peace, and let me conclude these sections. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnahat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Gurubhyo Namaha Hare Om. Sankaram Sankaracharyam Kesavam Vadarayanam Satramhasakritam Vande Bhagavanto Panaha Panaha Isvara Gururatmete Murti Veda Vibhagine Vyamavadvyaptadehaya Siddhakshinamurtaye Namaha. Om Shanti 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 Hare Om. So, thanks to all of you now. God bless you all wherever you are. Om.
Thank you, Guruji.